So a quick recap of fractions, decimals and percentages. You should be comfortable with doing this on your calculator using your SD button or your percentage button, but you also need to know how to do it without it. So one of the things we need to remember, the number of decimal places after the decimal point tells us how many zeros we need in the denominator of our fraction, and the denominator will always be a power of 10 because that's the way our decimal system works, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, etc. So we have 0.4, one number after the decimal point, 10, 4 tenths. 0.367, well, we keep our 367 as our numerator, and our denominator has 3 zeros. 5.208, two ways we can do this. We can have our mixed number, so 5 and 208 over 1,000, or we can write it as an improper fraction, which to be honest is going to be more use to us in this course. 5,208 over 1,000. So to convert a fraction, you need to divide the numerator, the top number, by the denominator. And this is one that we do tend to forget how to do. So, how many 8s go into 5? We can't do that, so we're going to put a 0. And then we put in our decimal point and we start adding zeros, and we just keep adding zeros as long as we need to, as long as there's a remainder. So now 8 into 50, well, 8 into 50 goes 6 times, 6 8s are 48, but we have a remainder of 2, so we need to add another 0. Now 8 into 20, well that's going to give us 2, 2 8s are 16, remainder 4. Now 8 into 40, that goes 5 and we don't have a remainder. Our decimal point needs to go above the decimal point in the question, and that gives us the answer of 0.625. So to change a fraction or a decimal to a percentage, we do the same thing for both. You multiply it by 100% because percentage is always out of 100. So 5/8, 5/8 of 100%, we should end up with 62.5%. Okay, works the same for a decimal, but when we're doing a decimal, we just move the decimal point, multiply it twice, we end up with 37.28%. And to change it back, well, the opposite of multiplying is dividing, so we need to divide by 100. So if we want to do a decimal, we bring our decimal point back 2 places, and 0.65 is equal to 65%. Or if we want it as a fraction, you just write whatever the percentage is over 100. That's your quick review on percentages, fractions and decimals.